Thank you so much. It's great to be here in the new Miami. Today I'm going to tell you a story. And the story that I'm going to tell you started, when this works? Yes. Started some 2 years ago. Now, the story is about extreme pain, unimaginable difficulty, non-stop fatigue, and ultimate blissful triumph. So 2 years ago, I met a good, we were working at the WeWork office in Evan Virol. And one morning I came down and I was pouring my coffee. And I see this guy coming downstairs and I haven't seen him for a long time. So I'm like, hey, Achi, what's going on? You know, we're with the Israelis, we do like this and we hug each other. So I'm like, what have you been? What's going on? He's like, I just came back from Silicon Valley, Sand Hill Road. We just closed our round B. Life is good. We're shipping. We're hiring. Things are just great. We're killing it. We're going to change the world. So then he asked me, so what about you? And then I said, I'm in digital assets. We're using digital assets to bring about financial freedom for the masses. He's like, digital assets? You mean crypto? I'm like, yeah, crypto. So he's like, oh. And I said, oh? What do you mean, oh? He's like, no, never mind. No, never mind. Look, no, dude, tell me, what do you mean, oh? Like, Daniel, I don't want to get into it. I think you made a big mistake. This industry is not doing any good for your reputation. Let it go. So I said to him, dude, you make me feel like as if I'm running a porn company. And then he said something I'll never forget. He said, Daniel, if I were you, I would rather you be running a porn company than cryptocurrency company. So I did what was expected of me, and I started a porn company. No, I did not start a porn company. No. I actually kept to my vision, persisted, and 2 years later, Celsius Network is managing $28 billion for close to 1 million customers all around the world. We are 700 people, and 2 weeks ago we raised $400 million to continue to expand our offering to countries worldwide. So we went from that small WeWork to what feels like this today. Us sitting in, with Elon Musk in his beautiful yacht, traveling to space with him. Life is really good. Well, to tell you, back to crypto, my friend warned me about crypto because he failed to understand its fundamental revolution. He was listening to pundits who time and time again failed to think outside the box. People like Barron's, who in 2000 put this cover story naming Amazon bomb. Or my favorite guy ever, this is Paul Krugman, Nobel Prize winning economist who in 1998 said that by 2005, fax machines are going to take over the internet. Now, make no mistake, running Celsius has been one of the hardest things I've ever done. This is my 8th startup, a lot of failures. And it's been the hardest just because you're fighting regulators and cybersecurity people all day long. And this is me trying to relax. It's been a disaster. But I persisted. I persisted through all these dark days for one reason only. I believe that crypto can change the world. Now, there is a lot of confusion about these complex and new economics ideas. So today, I want to break it down for you. And indeed, if there is one sentence that I want you to remember from this whole presentation, hopefully from this all day, about cryptocurrency is this, that crypto is the innovation of trust. You see, until today, we had to have a centralized organization, a centralized institution standing between us, buyers and sellers. Banks, credit cards, PayPal, government. Now, I venture to say that putting all our faith and trust in centralized organization is a really, really bad idea. You know why? Because power corrupts. And ultimate power corrupts ultimately. We've seen this throughout history. This guy, and this guy, Joe Exotic, we gave him so much power. He was a disaster. Now, you get my point, right? Look, let's think more seriously now. This is a picture from Channel 12. I don't know this lady. She's a nice lady. But what she's describing is the essence, the problem that we're seeing and the reason for which we started Celsius. When you lend money to your bank, they pay you 0.1%. And when the bank borrows money from you, When you borrow money from the bank, you pay them 7.73%. Now you tell me, how is that fair? To make things worse, when the banks fail, the government bails them out. And when the government fails, guess what they do? They just print money. 30% of all dollars in circulations were printed the last 18 months. You tell me if you think it's a good idea. People in New York are already experiencing inflation that they've never seen before, close to 11% if you take on rent. Now look, crypto turns everything on its head, right? And by the way, before we do that, this is a lady that tried to transfer money, right, from her bank to another country. And it feels something like this. Right? Now look, crypto turns everything on its head. For us, we trust the code, not some middleman. And as a result, you can transfer vast amount of money, nearly instantly, for incredibly low fees, with near perfect knowledge that everything will go as planned. And when you compare that to your typical bank account, which is inefficient, which is expensive, and you see what you're making out of that bank, you understand that something needs to change. Crypto, ladies and gentlemen, just work. With crypto, at companies like Celsius, you can earn up to 10% on your deposits. And when you lend money from us or from any one of our competitors, you can lend money from us close to 1%. We as an industry minted close to 100,000 millionaires, and we are just getting started. Now look, I know that innovation can be hard for some. But let's understand, and what I'm asking you is not to be the modern Luddites, okay? Because we can all agree that phones are better than pagers, that the internet is better than a fax machine, and yes, we have some debate if Zoolander 2 was better than Zoolander 1, okay? So the question that we have to ask ourselves, other than that Bitcoin is far better than the bank, is this. What are we going to do together to bring hundreds of millions of people into crypto? First, I suggest we nominate Satoshi Nakamoto, the founder of Bitcoin, to a Nobel Prize in economics. This guy has brought more economic prosperity to hundreds of thousands of people than most economists in the academia. The second thing I suggest to you, dig in, learn. It's changing. The future is going to be different. Dive in, learn anything that you can learn about cryptocurrencies. And if you are into art, go buy yourself some NFT. Sorry, that's a picture of my daughter who was scrambling at 8 months old, but you get my point. And if nothing else, my lawyer will hate me from saying it because I cannot give you any financial advice, but take a few shekels. Just a few shekels. And buy yourself a few, some Bitcoin here and a Bitcoin there. What's the worst that can happen? And if nothing else, embrace the idea that the world is changing and changing fast, and that's a good thing. And that crypto is about to lead the world into an era of unprecedented prosperity. So next time a guy makes a snarky comment about cryptocurrency, or when one of a leading newspaper in Israel prints something like this, "Hi, Kלכליסט," about your company, comparing it to a pyramid scheme, remind them about my friend from 2 years ago. Remind them about the countless customers of Celsius and our competitors that every single day, for the first time ever, can pay for their medical bills, can pay for a car, can buy a house, none of which they can do with the banking system that works against us every single day. Crypto is the future. Crypto is here to stay. Crypto is financial security. Crypto is independence. Crypto is an idea whose time has come. Thank you very much.